Hello and welcome to this Game Pit Stop for Holmes and Moriarty, designed by Josh Tempkin and Brad Lackey and published by Escape Velocity Games. Holmes and Moriarty is a two-player card game in which Holmes and Moriarty are going to be playing cards out into various crime sites in order to take control of a grid of London. Now Moriarty is attempting to make crimes happen, and his win condition is to have 3 of his tokens in London in any row, be it horizontal, vertical, or diagonal. And Holmes' job is to stop that from happening. If Holmes can prove at the end of any round that Moriarty can no longer do it, or if we get through 5 rounds and Moriarty hasn't done it, then Holmes has won the game. How are we going to do this? Each player is going to be dealt a hand of 7 cards out of a deck of 16, and they are numbered from 1 to 16. And as well as having numbers on them, they are linked to the 16 locations in London. Then, each player is going to choose 2 cards from the hand and going to lay them down to 2 different columns. The first card that they lay down is the crime card, and that's where the proposed crime is going to take place. And the second card they lay down is going to be the clue card. Now, they're doing this simultaneously to each other, and then they're going to swap hands over, and they're going to carry on with that format of laying down 1 crime card and 1 clue card and swapping hands as they go until they've both laid out 6 cards. And then we're going to get on to the resolution phase of each round. Now the first thing we do is we flip over the crime cards. Now in this case Moriarty has played a 6 for Whitehall and Holmes has played a 3 for Tower Bridge. Now the highest number crime card dictates where the crimes are going to take place, and that means that this colour green of the 4 suits is now trump for the next cards to be played, which are the clue cards. In this case, clever old Moriarty has played the 16. Now you think the 16 is unbeatable, being the high card in the game, and it is when it comes to being a clue. However, when there's crimes, there's a wraparound thing where low cards beat high cards, but you get into that by reading the rules yourself, I'm afraid. So in this case, Moriarty has played a trump, and Moriarty is victorious here. Right. We'll just go down and resolve them. We've got the 2 crime cards. In this case, the crime is taking place at Baker Street, and then the clue cards. Blue again is trump this time, so Holmes is the one who managed to win this one. And on these 2 crime cards, 1 won't wrap around and beat 19, 1 only beats a 16, 15, 14. Therefore, again, it's taking place at number 9 for Moriarty. He's off suit with a 10, and Holmes was trying to be clever and play on suit, but he did not win that one. So what does that all mean? Well, when Moriarty wins a hand, you look to the crime card that was played, and that tells you where you put a Moriarty token in the city. In this case, he's got a central one, which is a very good move for him. When Holmes wins, then they're going to look at the clue card that was played, and that's where a Holmes token gets placed. In this case, it's the number 12 there. And again, we come back to Moriarty, and it's the crime card that matters here, and Moriarty has managed to get a 9 there. There's only 1 move away from winning the whole game. Now, that will be the end of it, apart from there are a couple of other tricks and troops to it. When you're playing the advanced version, every Moriarty one of these cards here, the cases, has got an extra down here. So in this case, Tower Bridge clues get +5, and wind ties, Charing Cross crimes get -3, but wind ties, you can see how that's going to mix up how the card play is. So you're going to want to play a couple of times before you bring in these advanced ones. There are lots of different Moriarty cards, there's 9 of them, and you only play with a certain number of them in each game. Also, at the end of each round, you see how many cases each person has won. Now, if Moriarty wins 2 cases, as here, then Holmes is forced to place a Moriarty token anywhere on the board that hasn't got a token on it, in which case, let's go here, shall we? And now Holmes has won a Holmes case with a Holmes case card here. So now Holmes gets to put one of their tokens in the places listed on the Holmes case card. In this case, it's Charing Cross or Whitehall. And how can we best mess him up there? Well, maybe we'll just put it in there and try and stop things. Then we'll wipe all these cards. We'll get a new set of case cards come out into the middle there, and we'll deal out 7 cards to each player. They will draft the cards that they wish to play, and we'll continue doing until Moriarty gets his 3 in a row, or Holmes proves that that is not possible, and that player will be the winner of Holmes and Moriarty. This has been a Game Pit Stop. For more videos like this, check out the Game Pit channel on YouTube, and for more in-depth coverage of gaming, please find the Game Pit podcast. Thank you.